Hey guys, my name is Ranshan Gomez, and I'm a director of two companies, one being Access Holdings and the Region Country Club in Malabay. I'm here today on the new episode for Ask Me on High TV, and looking forward to seeing what they got for me. So let's go. Alright, so the first segment is called Actually Me, and they've got a bunch of questions for me, so kind of nervous but excited to see what they've got. Let's go.
Hi Ranshan.
Hello.
What brings out the inner child in you?
I think everything does, just life in general. I'm a child. Everyone says that I'm always like 12 going on 30, so because I love Spider-Man, I love my toys, I love kiddie things, doing playful things all the time, so I think I'm pretty much a child trapped in an adult's body. So
why did you choose your profession?
Well, I'm in the hospitality profession, so I think I've always been a people person, always wanting to help out, to serve, to just work with people. And then my other profession was because it's a family business, so helping my dad out and my brother, working with them and learning the ropes. So yeah.
What are your strengths?
I think patience is my biggest strength.
What is something you've never done that you've always wanted to do?
I think skydive. I'm terrified of heights and adrenaline. I hate roller coasters. I hate bungee. I hate all of that. So skydiving seems like the best option for that because there's somebody strapped to your back, so you're kind of safe. You kind of don't have to worry about pulling the cord. So I think that would be it.
What's the one thing you've learned that most people don't know how to do?
Be patient. Yeah, definitely. Especially on the roads in Sri Lanka. Come on, everyone's honking their horn and not letting anybody through. Everyone wants to get to where they're going really quickly. There's no time to stop and let somebody in. So I guess patience would be something.
Your most memorable birthday?
Honestly, I think every birthday has been memorable since my 13th birthday because we had a near-death experience, and then our family basically went through a really tough time, and I think just being thankful and being alive is something I appreciate every day. So
what would your perfect day be like?
Any perfect day is on the golf course.
What's the best comedy movie you've ever seen?
Or rather, the best one that I remember is Tropic Thunder. Just a classic, laughs all around. You can watch it over and over again and still laugh at the same dumb jokes.
What's the best concert you've attended?
Oh, my favorite concert would have to be Coldplay. We went to Singapore to see them live, and just the energy, the atmosphere, it was just electric, and definitely my best one.
What 3 habits will improve your life?
Time management would definitely be something that I'd like to improve. Delegation, and I guess that would go with just trust, trusting other people to do the work that I want them to accomplish. So yeah.
What really makes you angry?
Nothing really makes me angry. I'm a pretty calm guy, but I think sometimes in a relationship, with my partner, we tend to butt heads a little bit, and certain things tick me off, but I get over it pretty fast.
For what in your life do you feel most grateful?
Just life in general. Like I said earlier, I've been through 2 near-death experiences, car accidents to be specific, and I'm just really grateful to be here.
Are you a clean or messy person?
I'm a very, very clean person. I'm actually what you call an OCD, so I have an OCD disorder, so everything needs to be, specific way. If a painting's crooked on the wall, I have to go adjust it even at a restaurant, so I think I like to keep my space very clean.
What does a successful relationship look like to you?
Communication, really. Being able to communicate with your partner and to let them know how you're feeling, and to understand how they're feeling, and to come to sort of a middle ground. Any successful relationship is built on communication.
What are you most looking forward to in 2020?
A lot. Looking forward to getting married, looking forward to starting a family, hopefully buying a house. So yeah, a lot of big steps for 2020.
What could you spend all day talking about?
Golf.
How many times a day do you look in the mirror?
A lot. A lot. I'm very, I'm confident, but I love, I'm conscious of how I look sometimes, so always trying to find a reflection to check myself out.
What is your favorite 3-word sentence?
I think it would have to be I love you.
Who is the most annoying person to you?
The most annoying person would have to be my to-be wife, my fiance Danny. Love her to bits, but she has a way of pushing my buttons sometimes, and yeah.
Where is your happy place?
Again, the golf course. It's a way of getting away from all the hustle and bustle, and Colombo's so crazy with all the traffic and all the things going on. And once you get there, you're in nature, just surrounded by trees and wildlife, and just the game is what gets me away.
What is the most impressive skill you have?
My ability to make friends with anyone.
If you could bring one musician back from the dead, who would it be and why?
Definitely Michael Jackson.
What is your secret vice?
I would have to say junk food. I love my pizza, I love my burgers. I don't eat it often, but when I do, I'll finish a whole box of pizza or 5 burgers in one sitting, so yeah.
What animal best represents you?
I've answered this question plenty of times in quizzes and stuff, and I think the dolphin would be my soul animal, because dolphins are very playful, very friendly, but then they have that side of them where, if you make them angry, you don't want to see that. So yeah, I guess that would describe it.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years time, definitely living in a house with kids, hopefully 3, a dog, and just enjoying life, traveling, and yeah.
How would you spend $1 billion?
Traveling. Definitely traveling to all the golf destinations around the world and playing all the courses that probably you wouldn't get a chance to play normally.
How do you want to be remembered?
Just as that person that always brought a smile to people's faces, that loved without any boundaries and just gave my all.
If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be?
I would say to Greece, maybe Croatia.
In what ways are you a leader?
Just being able to kind of see the best in people, to kind of use their strengths and weaknesses to the best of their abilities, and to use that for the project we're working on. So I think,
What's your greatest failure and how did you overcome it?
My greatest failure would be not playing cricket for the first 11 team in school, because I injured myself prior to getting my chance, and I think I can't really do that again, but that was one of my biggest regrets and failures, I would say.
Which are you more likely to fight for, love or money?
I'm just a lover, so.
Would you rather be a jack of many trades or a master of one?
Jack of many trades. Definitely jack of many trades.
What makes you happiest?
My family. My family definitely makes me happy.
Who knows you best?
My brother. I think my brother would be the person I would pick for that. Yeah.
If you could choose your last words, what would they be?
I've been blessed. Yeah. I've been so very blessed. Alright, so that was the end of the first segment. Man, I've never been asked so many questions at one go before. It was definitely interesting answering some of those, so let's move on to the next one and see what's in store. We're ready for the next segment. It's called Who Am I? And I'm going to be answering all the questions that people will probably Google about me. So, let's go. All right, let's see what we've got here. Okay, so what interests Ranshan about being a director? Delegating, just being able to delegate tasks. When did Ranshan represent the Sri Lanka schools basketball team as vice captain? Oh, that was probably in 2006. Yeah, I did my O-levels in 2005. So 2006, 2007. Yeah. What is Ranshan's biggest strength? I would say patience. Yeah, patience and empathy. Which is Ranshan's favorite collection yet? My collection of action figures, yeah. When was Ranshan born? 15th of June, 1989 at 3:15 in the morning, I think, according to my mom. Yeah. Who does Ranshan admire the most? My dad. Okay, does Ranshan still watch cartoons? Of course I do. Come on now. Who doesn't? If any adult tells you they don't watch cartoons, they're lying to you. Does Ranshan cook? I do. I can cook. It's not that I do it all the time because I probably don't have time, but I love to cook. Does Ranshan wear contacts? No. I wear glasses only to drive in the night, but I can't fit the contact in my eye, so I'm petrified of putting them in there, so no, I don't. Does Ranshan have a nickname? So many nicknames, yeah. Growing up, my family calls me Rancho. My friends started calling me Rani. Now it's Ranchi. So Judy, because my second name is Jude. Does Ranshan believe in karma? Yes, I do. I believe that if you do good, good will come back to you, and in the same way, bad. So yeah. Does Ranshan have pets? I have a dog. Yes, I have a dog now. I had rabbits and squirrels and birds growing up, but never really was allowed to have a dog, but now we do. How Ranshan became the director? Ooh, that's pretty easy. I mean, it's a family business. I was kind of given the role, thrown into it. Then my brother and I went into the hospitality sector, and yeah, so it was kind of given, I guess. And still earning. How tall is Ranshan? I am 6'1", almost 6'2", somewhere in the middle there. How would Ranshan describe his childhood? Amazing. My childhood was fantastic. I thank my parents from the bottom of my heart because I am who I am today because of the way they raised us. They were always there for us, and yeah, just taught us the greatest values in life. So, yeah. How would Ranshan describe himself in one word? Loving. How does Ranshan get motivated? Self-motivation. How many languages can Ranshan speak? Speak fluently? 2, Sinhala and English. All right, is Ranshan scared of ghosts? No, I'm not scared of ghosts. Is Ranshan a director? Yes, I am. Is Ranshan on Twitter? I am. I don't really tweet much. I retweet a lot. I just follow a lot of sports pages and celebrities just to see what's going on in the world. So yeah, is Ranshan a cat or dog person? Actually, I'm more of a dog person. Is Ranshan vegan? No, I love my meat. Is Ranshan married? No, not yet. I'm getting married this year and I'm really excited for it. So yeah. What is Ranshan's greatest accomplishment? My greatest accomplishment would be graduating college, university in the US, and yeah, I think that would be it. What are Ranshan's other hobbies? Love playing any type of sport, but right now golf is my main hobby. What was Ranshan's dream job growing up? Wow, I never really used to say I want to be this, and at least I don't remember saying that. What is Ranshan's biggest pet peeve? Just impatience. I think people who can't really keep their cool really ticks me off. What is Ranshan's favorite Netflix show? The show called You. Just finished watching that season 2. Crazy. It was insane. What is Ranshan's favorite non-physical attribute about himself? My empathy. I think just the way I care, and I care too much sometimes. The way I, love people and put my trust in them. That would be it. So that was the end of the second segment. It was really fun Googling myself. I never really Google myself, but it's fun to answer the questions that you might Google about me. So let's move on to the last and final segment. Last segment is called My Firsts, and I'm going to be asked a bunch of stuff that I've done for the first time, and I'm a little nervous about this one, so let's see how it
goes. Your first thought today?
That I have this TV shoot to do, and I'm excited to know what they're going to ask me.
First thing you do when you wake up?
Definitely check my phone.
First thing you ate today?
I haven't eaten today, so need to go eat something.
First lesson from Dad?
One of the first lessons I think I learned from my father was giving of your time. So he would finish work every day at 4 o'clock and come home to play with us, to take our homework, and just being there for us. I think that really impacted our lives growing up, and something I've definitely held close to my heart.
First advice from Mom?
Don't be too smart, don't be cheeky. I guess my mom used to say that a lot, but yeah.
First time you got into trouble?
Ooh, I don't remember the first time I got into trouble, but it was probably that instance I told you about when I lied to my tuition teacher.
Your first school?
First school was Woodlands in Burlesk Government. That was my primary care school before I went to St. Thomas's.
The first time you surprised someone?
Would have to be one of my exes, surprise them with a gift or with some sort of thing. But the one surprise I remember the most, and it's the most significant, is when I surprised my parents. Coming from the US, I got my own plane ticket and just showed up, and they were shocked. But yeah.
Your first vehicle?
Rexton SUV. Yeah, white colored Rexton, that's the one.
Your first time traveling abroad?
I don't remember, but according to my mom and pictures, I think it was Singapore or Malaysia, one of those two. Yeah.
First lesson about life?
Treating other people with love and respect, and being a good person.
Your first best friend?
Best friend, again, Shanil. We've been best friends since grade 1, so yeah.
The first time you were recognized in public?
I would say when I was a kid, they wanted me for a commercial shoot that ended up being on a board outside NCC. So yeah, that was my first public appearance.
The first dance you had with a loved one?
Wow, I don't know if I remember that, but if I had to guess, it would probably be with my dad at my first birthday, because there are some pictures of that, and you know, my dad loved to dance. So.
Your first mobile phone?
It was a Nokia, and it wasn't really my phone. My dad got the phone for my brother and I to share, and my driver would keep it with him when we would go for practices, so it was kind of our phone, but it was a Nokia Engage, the one with the video games on it. Yeah.
Your first love?
I would think it would be one of my aunts, my dad's sister. I remember as a kid telling her that, you know, if ever she didn't want to get married, if I was old enough, and one day I'd marry her. So maybe that was it.
The first time on stage?
St. Thomas's, if I'm not mistaken. Grade 3, we did a show with Mr. Vinod Senadira, the late Mr. Vinod Senadira, and it was, I think, my first real big production where I kind of set the stage for the rest of my life.
Your first crush?
It was definitely someone from my Montessori. I don't remember her name, it was a long time ago, but yeah.
The first time you forgave someone completely?
Probably my ex, for something that happened between us.
The first movie you saw at the cinema?
Long time ago, don't remember. The first one I do remember was Spider-Man.
Your first role model?
Definitely my father.
Your first pet?
Was a bunny named Lucy.
The first thing you notice about a person?
Probably their smile. If I'm being honest, their feet.
Your first childhood memory?
I would have to say, you know, my dad spending a lot of time with us. Both my parents really putting the effort into playing with us, taking our homework, really being there for us and nurturing us.
The first thing on your bucket list.
Travel to places that I've never even thought of going to. There's so many countries around the world, and just to pick a few that people wouldn't normally go to and travel those countries.
First job.
My first job was at Dialogue. I worked as an intern under Mrs. Arena, working in the call center, with the VIP services, and just really learning the ropes of how a corporate would run.
Your first heartbreak.
Definitely my first girlfriend. When things ended, that was tough.
The first time you realized you could succeed.
Probably in school with sports, with cricket, basketball. Winning a match was just a great feeling, and then started from there.
Your first salary.
My first salary was when I graduated college in the US. I worked at a resort, one of Donald Trump's golf resorts, and that was my first paying job. And that was where I got my first salary.
Your first adventure experience.
First one that I do remember was in Africa. We went and walked with the lions. That was scary, but really fun and a great experience.
The first person you talk to today.
My fiance, Danny. Woke up in the morning. She's right next to me, so yeah.
First time you felt lonely.
When I was in the US at university, I was living by myself before I kind of made a lot of friends. My parents dropped me off and came back. So yeah, that was a lonely time.
The first time you cooked.
Was also while I was in the US. Had to do it myself. I was living alone, so I had to kind of make my own food. So that was it.
The first sport you played.
It would have to be cricket. My dad was is a big cricket fanatic, and he wanted us to play cricket, so yeah.
The first time you got rejected.
Probably when I was younger and looking for a girlfriend. Yeah.
Your first big disappointment.
Was probably letting my parents down, after either jumping school or doing something that I shouldn't have been doing, and they found out. Yeah.
The first time you quit a job.
I've never quit a job. I've always seen it through, no matter how tough it was.
Your first time quitting a bad habit.
Probably biting my nails. I didn't have a choice. I kind of chipped my tooth and had to get it fixed, so my biting stopped immediately.
The first time starting up a business.
Was when I returned from the US, and my brother and I were working on building our company together. So yeah, that was that. All right, guys, so we've come to the end of this week's episode of Ask Me. It's been really fun. I hope you guys got to know a lot about me. But if there are any questions you have, please reach out to me on social media, or if you see me, come say hi. I'm very open and love to have a chat. So thank you so much for having me, and hope you enjoyed.